Let me be clear. We're not investigating Hunter Biden. We're investigating Joe Biden.
For years, Republicans in Congress have been seeking something called suspicious activity reports. The administration, Democrats in Congress, and most importantly, the Treasury Department have been blocking them. Well, that's until now.
House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says 3 Biden family members received $1 million indirectly from the Chinese company HK Limited, which reportedly has ties to the Chinese Communist Party.
The Democrats have denied it. The White House has denied it. There's no denying it now with the bank records. And now Treasury's forced to have to give us the suspicious activity reports because they acted all along like there was nothing there. Well, I can assure you there's something there, and everyone knows it now.
Finally, I'm publicly releasing the second bank accounts memorandum to the American people so they can see for themselves the activities the Biden family is engaged in, despite the president's statements to the contrary.
The Biden's associates, like Rob Walker, Eric Sherman, has been discussed, created at least 16 companies while Joe Biden was vice president of the United States. 16 companies created while he was vice president.
If it looks complicated and sounds complicated, it was intentionally made to be complicated so you could not follow the money. And what we're trying to do today is show you how to follow the money.
Tonight, there is breaking news in the federal criminal investigation into Hunter Biden's tax returns. An attorney for an IRS supervisor sent a letter to lawmakers today asking for whistleblower protection, saying his client has information that suggests the investigation is being improperly influenced by, quote, preferential treatment in politics.
The IRS agent, who we learned was investigating Hunter Biden's possible tax crimes, speaks out in his first public interview with our Jim Axelrod.
Gary Shapley is a supervisory special agent for the IRS, where he's worked for 14 years.
There was multiple steps that were slow walked at the direction of the Department of Justice.
Had you ever encountered that before?
I have not, no. These deviations from normal process, and each and every time it seemed to always benefit the subject.
At a House Oversight hearing committee today investigating the Hunter Biden scandal, the second IRS whistleblower revealed himself to the public for the first time.
Coming forward, I believe I'm risking my career, my reputation, and my casework outside of the investigation we are here to discuss.
Mr. Ziegler, is it true that the president's family received money originating from China, which was funneled through the Robinson Walker account?
That is correct.
Your entire history and working in history with the IRS, you ever worked with a transition team of a president to help set up an interview with a subject of a criminal investigation?
I have not. I recall them saying to me that, how do we know that he's there? How do we know that that's true, the statement that's being made there? And then I said, well, we would get the location data. So as a part of my normal investigation, that's what I would do. And what I can tell you is I know I didn't do it. I don't know if the FBI ever ended up doing it.
I would agree that there were investigative steps that were definitely obstructed by DOJ that I'd never seen in my 14 years, and just honestly just makes no sense. We wouldn't want to collect all of the evidence available.
Who did you infer that the big guy may be?
From what I understand, that to be his dad, President Biden.
Before he was president, was Joe Biden involved in any of his son's overseas business dealings? Hunter's former business partner, Devin Archer, testified in front of lawmakers about that today, saying that Hunter apparently phoned his dad about 20 times back when he was vice president, asking him to help him sell, quote, the brand.
Joe Biden, then the sitting vice president, knew that there were Hunter's business associates in the room.
Yeah, I think I can definitively say at particular dinners or meetings, he knew there were business associates, and or if I was there, I was a business associate too.
The House Oversight Committee, they just subpoenaed Hunter Biden, James Biden, and Hunter Biden's business partner, Rob Walker.
His brother is on the hot seat in Washington. House Republicans questioned James Biden behind closed doors today as part of their impeachment inquiry into the president.
Hunter Biden's business partner, Rob Walker, testified before the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees last week. The Oversight Committee writing this on X. The Chinese company paid Hunter Biden and his associates $3 million shortly after Joe Biden left office as a thank you for the work they did while Joe Biden was in office. Republicans also revealed the $3 million payment came as Joe was meeting with the president of Chinese company CEFC. Members of the Biden family received money from that deal, even though they did not work on it.
The lawyer and confidant of Hunter Biden
appeared on Capitol Hill today for a closed-door interview with lawmakers. It's part of the Republican-led impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
This week, not one, but two Hunter Biden business associates are on the hot seat. First up today, Mervyn Yan, a former business partner of Hunter Biden, sat behind closed doors with House Republicans. This is part of the House impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Yan worked with Hunter Biden through the Chinese energy company CEFC and Hudson West 3.
House Republicans summoned Hunter Biden's art dealer for a closed-door deposition. It's part of their investigation into the Biden family's finances. According to the transcript of the deposition released Monday, the art dealer told Congress Hunter insisted on knowing the names of the people who bought his art. The dealer conceding the request was not conventional. For example, one of the buyers, prominent Democratic donor Elizabeth Hirsch-Naftali, received a White House appointment from Joe Biden. Hirsch-Naftali bought $94,000 worth of Hunter Biden's art. The dealer's testimony also appears to contradict reports from the White House. In 2021, the White House saying they helped create an agreement that would separate Hunter Biden from his buyers.
The selling of his art will all happen through the gallerists, and the names and individuals will be kept confidential. We will not be aware, neither will he be aware.
The art dealer told Congress that report surprised him. He never spoke to the White House.
Eric Schwerin, he's Hunter Biden's business partner. He sat for a House impeachment inquiry deposition. He's the same person who reportedly visited the Obama White House at least 27 times when Joe Biden was vice president. What'd you find out?
He managed all of Hunter Biden's finances. At the same time, he's managing Joe Biden's finances while Joe Biden's vice president. He's in an email chain where this guy from Burisma says, don't forget the reason that we're doing this, in other words, they're hiring a crisis management PR firm, is because we're having problems, and we would be very well set if we could get access to high-ranking U.S. political figures. Well, who is a high-ranking U.S. political figure? Joe Biden.
Hunter Biden on Capitol Hill today sitting down for a 7-hour closed-door deposition for House Republicans' impeachment inquiry into his father.
Fox News alert, we just got our hands on the transcripts of Hunter Biden's deposition, and it is a doozy. Very interesting corporate structure. Hunter's in business with China, and everyone else in the Biden family is Hunter's advisor. Cool. Well, then Hunter was asked, well, why was your father, Joe Biden, when he was vice president and after, showing up to all of your business dinners with Russians, Ukrainians, and Chinese? He says, I wasn't conducting business when I had those meetings. My dad stopped by because it was my actual birthday. All right, so Hunter's in his 50s, and he has a birthday party. Doesn't invite anyone from his family, his woman, his kids, or his friends. He invites Russian billionaires and Kazakhstani tycoons. Oh, and his dad happens to stop by to celebrate his birthday. Well, what did your father talk about with all of your suspicious-looking rich foreign business partners? Hunter said all his dad did was have a Coca-Cola and a bowl of spaghetti. Son, happy birthday. Who are all these people? Well, this lady's from Moscow, Dad, and I'll be driving home in a new Porsche.
This summer, Joe Biden said, where's the money? Well, we found some. On March 1st, 2018, AmeriCorps wired a $200,000 loan into James and Sarah Biden's personal bank account, not their business bank account. And then on the very same day, James Biden wrote a $200,000 check from this same personal bank account to Joe Biden. Remember when Joe Biden told the American people that his son didn't make any money in China?
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China?
Well, not only did he lie about his son Hunter making money in China, but it also turns out that $40,000 in laundered China money landed in Joe Biden's bank account in the form of a personal check. And the Oversight Committee has it.
House Oversight Committee this week released documents showing that President Biden received $40,000 from his brother James Biden back in 2017. Now, committee chairman James Comer says those records prove that his family laundered the money from China. It was sent to Biden just days after Chinese cash was allegedly filtered through several Hunter-linked bank accounts.
The HR Partners is a joint venture between Hunter's Rosemont Seneca and this China private equity firm called Bohai Capital that actually was controlled by Bank of China Limited. So back to these wires. They are subpoenaed by the House Oversight Committee The July wire is for $10,000 that goes directly to Hunter Biden from a BHR associate.
Okay.
A few days later, in August, there is another wire that comes from the BHR Partners CEO. That's Jonathan Lee. That wire is for $250,000 to Hunter Biden. And the beneficiary address listed on both of these wire payments is President Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware.
Republicans on the Oversight Committee now saying that Joe Biden interacted with nearly all of Hunter's foreign business associates.
Fox News alert, breaking right now. 3 House committees have officially sent criminal referrals to the Justice Department, alleging President Biden's son Hunter and his brother James both lied to Congress when they sat for closed-door interviews just months ago.
Mr. Galanis, my first questions are for you. Did Hunter Biden call Joe Biden with Elena Badarina on the line on May 4th, 2014, yes or no?
Yes.
In that call, did Hunter Biden state on this call with Joe Biden that everything is good and we're moving forward?
Yes, he did.
Okay, on the same call, did Joe Biden in the call was saying, okay, then you be good to my boy?
Yes, he said that as well.
Okay, did Badarina agree to put $20 million into one of Hunter Biden's business projects days later after this phone call?
Yes.
Okay, was Harvest a $300 billion Chinese financial services company closely tied to the Chinese Communist Party?
Yes, it was.
Part of the deal, did Hunter Biden want the company to reserve a board seat for Joe Biden?
Yes.
Okay, did Henry Zhao, a Chinese businessman, want assurances Joe Biden would join the board? Yes or no?
Yes, he did.
I want to be crystal clear. From my direct personal experience and what I've subsequently come to learn, it is clear to me that Joe Biden was the brand being sold by the Biden family. His family's foreign influence peddling operation from China to Ukraine and elsewhere sold out to foreign actors who are seeking to gain influence and access to Joe Biden and the United States government. Joe Biden was more than a participant in and a beneficiary of his family's business. He was an active, aware enabler who met with business associates such as myself to further the business, despite being buffered by a complex scheme to maintain plausible deniability. I ask this big question. If there's no evidence of corruption here today, if Joe's conduct and the conduct of his family were fully legal and proper, then why are they so dishonest about it?